Good evening, church family. My name's Dale Walker, and tonight I'm going to share with you about communion. Now, communion is a word that sometimes we think is a bit of Christianese, but communion actually comes back from the same origin words as community, communal, and commune itself. Now, if we look at what a commune is, a lot of us can actually picture what a hippie commune might look like, with a lot of people choosing to live together. It's not because they all like each other so much they want to be there. Often it's because there is an ideal that they all share. And it's not that they always get along. So within sharing that ideal, sometimes people will have differences of opinion, and sometimes they won't get along. But living in a communal arrangement, they actually put that aside and they give each other the grace to share that experience. And it's actually like that with us. We're not perfect. We often fail. I know I do. And we actually are part of a movement we call Christianity because of what we believe and what we know to be true. It doesn't mean that we're always right, and it doesn't mean that we're always perfect, and it doesn't mean that we always get along. Often we don't, but it's an important aspect that we must recognise this and share the grace that is given to us. And so what we refer to as communion now is nowadays actually some wine and a bit of bread, or it might be juice and a wafer, that represents symbolically what was shared at the Last Supper that Jesus presided over with the apostles. So Jesus had unleavened bread and wine, which was the standard cultural fare at the time, especially for the Passover meal. But Jesus took what was a traditionally Jewish ritual of the Passover meal and actually made it what we now refer to as our Lord's Supper, or our Christian communion. And it's a point where we actually recognise the sacrifice that Jesus has made for us personally. Now, I have never physically, personally met Jesus, but I have a relationship with Jesus. And I know that 2,000 years ago, he paid an ultimate penalty for my failings. He knew before I did how wrong I could be, how confused I could be, and how mixed up I could be. And he took all the penalties of that. All of those little scars of my soul he took, and he paid the ultimate price, so that I know that one day I'll be able to actually face God, and he will look at me through the lens of Christ. And for me, communion is my opportunity to reflect on that and to celebrate with my Christian brothers and sisters that Christ came to earth, was born, lived, and died, and was resurrected again. And I will keep celebrating this. I'll keep celebrating communion until Christ comes again. See, on the night that Jesus died, he took bread and he broke it, and he said to his followers, "This is my body, which will be broken for you and for many." And they ate the bread and they shared the bread. So if you're in a family environment, it's actually a wonderful thing to break off a piece of bread and to share it around. And after they had eaten, he took the cup. And again, after giving God thanks, he poured it and said, "This is my blood, which is shed for you and for many, for the forgiveness of sins." But then he said the key thing: "Do this as often as you eat and drink, and remember me." And that's the thing. This is the moment in time that we have to remember the sacrifice that Jesus has made for us. And it's an opportunity for us to remember and to celebrate and to look forward to when Jesus comes again. Amen.